Hey, this is Treva Garcia with Real Healthy Habits. I'm here to talk about Toolbelt Tuesday Challenge number 2. The reason I started Toolbelt Tuesday challenges was to give my readers an opportunity to practice and start making small habit changes for weight loss. I teach a habit change approach, which means we try and make the things that we do for weight loss automatic, just on habit mode. And so a lot of times when it comes to weight loss, we try and make it harder than it actually needs to be. We think that we need to have our schedules cleared for the next several months, no responsibilities, nothing hard coming up. And what that means is that we never actually get started. So when we start small and we just do one little habit change at a time, we're able to get started, be successful, and when we're successful, then we get more motivated to make even bigger changes. And it starts a great, positive, virtuous cycle. So each little tool belt challenge will be small enough that it will be something that you can do. You can invite your friends to. But then it also gives you new skills, new weight loss tools to put in your tool belt to help you on the habit approach to weight loss. So for Toolbelt Tuesday challenge number 1, we talked about enjoying yourself more. Specifically, we identified one thing that we'd been putting off doing until we lost all the weight that we wanted to lose. Something that we just didn't let ourselves do until we got to our goal weight. But one of the keys to losing weight is to try and find more things to enjoy, more things, more pleasurable things, and move away from things that we don't enjoy. So by putting more things in our life that we enjoy more, we're naturally going to move towards weight loss. So some of my readers said that they started shopping again. They started finding clothes that fit well and look nice, even though they weren't at their goal weight. Other people started being in photos, important photos like high school graduation photos. Others just posted selfies on Instagram. But for all of them, it was something that was courageous, but something that they enjoyed too. I started dancing with my husband. Well, we have a date to go dancing. And other people did things with bathing suits. That was a popular one, to wear colorful bathing suits, something that they felt good in, and to go to the pool with their kids. So if you weren't able to join us for the first Toolbelt Tuesday Challenge number 1, feel free to join anytime. But now we're moving on to Toolbelt Tuesday Challenge number 2. And this one is Be a Scientist. So let me introduce it by talking about something that happened with a client a few weeks ago. I had a client who was going to be doing, well, she actually did a food log. And when I work with my clients with food logs, they actually take pictures of their food. I want to make it as easy as possible because food logs have actually been shown in research to help people be aware of what they're doing, and they help people to lose weight. So my client had told me, there were several meals that I didn't want to take pictures of because I was embarrassed. They weren't healthy. I didn't want you to judge me. So I reminded her that my job as a weight loss coach is not to be a judge. I'm not going to judge you. I've seen everything there is to eat or to mess up on when it comes to eating or exercising. But also, we each have our own challenges. We each have our own habits that we're working on. And my job is to be a scientist. What I mean by that is I need to find the patterns and help you find the patterns that are throwing off your eating, and to identify new ways to go about your habits, your food habits and your meal habits, and come up with new approaches and see if those work. And then if they don't work, to tweak them and try again. So I encouraged my client that the most important time for her to take pictures was actually when she felt like she had messed up. Kelly McGonigal in her book, The Willpower Instinct, says the best way to improve your self-control is to see how and why you lose control. So how can we know what we're doing wrong or to come up with a new experiment as a scientist to change things if we're not aware of what's going on. And so that leads me to our Toolbelt Tuesday challenge number 2, be a scientist. I want you to take a picture of what you're eating, both good and what you consider bad, and start noticing the patterns that go along with what you're eating and your choices. And, kind of identify, do I do the same thing every day? Oh, well, yeah, it's every day after dinner I'm overeating. Or, oh, when the kids make me upset. Or, oh, it's when I leave leftovers out on the counter. But we want to start being aware of what's going on so then we can go ahead and change it. So the challenge is to do this for 3 days, and you can choose which 3 days you want to do it. Now, join us on our Real Healthy Habits Facebook group and share what you learned. People are 42% more likely to achieve their goals if they actually write them down and share them, so that our Facebook group is a perfect place to do that. You can also share your results on Instagram with the hashtag Toolbelt Tuesday. We'd love you to join us and to get your friends to join us too, so you have that support and encouragement, and it's more enjoyable. So please join us for our Toolbelt Tuesday challenge number 2, be a scientist, and start identifying what's going on with yourself and making new changes. Thanks.